crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, but don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away. Get up off of that thing when it's voting day.
How y'all doing, baby?
Vote.
If I have my days right. It's Thursday, baby. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. I'm so glad everybody's here. Anyway, Dorothy Kendall was the first one to jump in, followed by the remixtress. And Bruce Preston is here. Michael Johnson's in the room. Smarty Bob, thank you for being here. Donald Ware is here. The Feral Female Society, thank you. Charles Stokel from Bensalem, Pennsylvania, thank you, brother. Am I hot? My mic is hot. Nancy Halverson is here. Karen Van Wyck, got it down like a nail, baby. Deborah Douglas is here. Martha Smart. Tracy Tobias, my neighbor, thank you very much. Suzanne Jarrett, thank you for being here. Jeanette Miller. Donna Markham, thank you very much. Welcome to the group, baby. Saddle up and enjoy the family. Glad you're here. Jan Beats is here. Lauren Barrett. Martha Smart, our guest, also known as Purple Moon Dragon, is Michael Foulbuster's here. Boy, howdy shit, we got everybody here. Let's get on down here before I forget where I'm at. Nita Parker's here. Gary Spring from Canada's here. Jane Prim, thank you very much. How y'all doing? Hey, before we get started, I got a thank you to send out. I got mail, baby. I ain't got mail in a while. I got mail from Missy Chick, and I think she's down there in the audience right now in the blue room. So it's good. She can hear. I got a nice card. Got the American flag on the front. And inside, it just says patriot. Noun. A person who loves, supports, and defends his or her country and its interest with devotion. And she says, thank you for your devotion. And she also included a very nice donation. So, Mr. Chick, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate it tremendously. Who don't like getting mail? I got mail. Anyway, I hope you all have had a good day. Right now, I'm at that point in my day that my anger has gotten the best of me. It goes deep. Put out a video earlier, and I'm pissed. But as the day wears on, that madness just wears heavy on your chest. It wears heavy on your mind. Last night, Pat Toomey and a bunch of other Republicans stepped forward to block, I want to get the name right here, a bill that had passed 84 to 14 last month in the Senate. Enough to pass, baby. 84. It was honoring our promise to address Comprehensive Toxics Act. It was the Burn Barrel Act. A lot of people call it. It's veterans health care. To address the health concerns of veterans who have been exposed to toxic chemicals near burn pits, and burn pits have been a thing for a long, long time. You throw everything in there, you throw some jet fuel on it, and you burn it. Doesn't matter what the fuck it is, throw it in there and burn it. Well, Verhooch is right down the path, and the wind blows that shit, and you're breathing it for fucking ever. And it got people sick, real sick, cancers, bad after all these years. And I think it's best known for Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart really put up a hell of a fight for this. And boy, how the shit, I saw him earlier. He's not happy. None of us should be happy. But again, I point out this fallacy of the Republican Party that waves the flag so much, claims the title of patriot and defender of freedom, and eagles fly by, and music in the background, big flag waving, baby. It's a bumper sticker. It's a bumper sticker to it. It's the grand parade to get you into the tent, baby, so they can pick your freaking pocket. It's a bumper sticker to them. I've said that since the first days I started doing this show. Republicans, when they scream patriotic shit, it's a bumper sticker. Do we support the troops? It's a fucking bumper sticker, and this shows it. This shows it. These are veterans who suffer every day with this shit, amongst the other shit that they carry with them for the rest of their fucking life. But Pat Toomey and his other Republican friends, they get their panties in a wad. They're concerned, baby. Concerned about how much this is going to cost. Really? How much it's going to cost? It's costing them their life every day. And Pat Toomey's going to worry. Pat Toomey ain't got no freaking problem, or the rest of the Republicans don't have a freaking problem passing every defense bill that pops up, baby. We want to sell weapons somewhere, we'll sell weapons, baby. We'll just hand out some more defense contract, get them all rebuilt again, really stockpile that shit, sell it again. It's a business, baby. And they're so quick to get into that business. But when it comes down to the true patriotism, the true meaning of what it means to fight for this democracy and the price that's paid for it, well, they got to debate that. Is it worth it? Is it worth the money to spend to save these poor slobs' life? They're going to die anyway. I want to scream some more, but I can't. I've already screamed it out. I've already pissed off and yelled at the TV 10 times today. Because this one hurts. 84-14. It's just like everything else. You know why they passed it then? Because it was in the news. Because Jon Stewart was addressing the Senate and the Congress all the time, screaming about it. So they were backed in the corner of the show, lights on them, baby. What are you going to do? Well, we're going to pass it, baby. I'd like to know who the 14 were that didn't vote for it the first time. Fuck them, too. But they passed it, baby. Went back down to the House. Minor adjustments that don't mean shit. Sent back up to Senate, and all of a sudden, Pat Toomey and his crowd, well, we got to think about this. We don't know. Fake patriots, baby. Fake patriots, but real insurrectionists. But that little loophole's going to close, baby. I hope y'all seen how much news today was about who's testifying in front of the January 6th committee and in the Justice Department's grand jury. Things are getting a little tighter around Donnie. I'm glad to see it. We need to see it, and we need to see it soon. Anyway, let me get on with this show, so somebody else can express their anger a little bit better than me, because I'm angered out. Keith, what do you think about these assholes? What do you think of this shit?
You know, the one thing that pops out at me is the Hurleys, Marjorie Taylor Greens, the Boberts have not served one freaking day
Nope.
in the military
Oh,
or
the
served.
Patriots.
You know, and they're going to take away what we have fought for this country. That's what they're about.
That's what they're about, buddy.
And they call themselves patriots.
Yes, as a matter of fact, they go out of their way.
Shit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
That's what I'd say.
Might as well go to fucking Russia.
Sell that shit somewhere else because I'm not interested in buying it from you. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's always been nothing but a bumper sticker to them. So what was it? Just Gary Spring, I think, just said something about there shouldn't be homeless veterans. No, there shouldn't be homeless people. Period. But damn sure there should not be a homeless fucking veteran. Pisses you off, man. It's
Damn right.
because we both know what price is paid for that. The price you paid, the price I paid, the price everybody that went in the military paid. Because there's always a price, baby. There's always a price.
When you go through boot camp, you're proving yourself to your country. And, you know, black, white, whatever. You're proving yourself to your country.
Keith,
Now, when these people are in office and they haven't served a day, fuck them.
I'm not surprised, brother. You have to remember when I came home, it wasn't a popular thing to wear your uniform. It wasn't. I'm glad it is now. I'm glad that has been revived, that sense of honor towards those that served. But when I came home, no. You didn't want to stand out like that. There's always a price. This is not how we should treat our veterans. And it disgusts me that they did that last night in the middle of the fucking night. Anyway, speaking of heartbreak, Bernadette, how's your heart, baby?
My heart.
Hi, Bernadette.
Hello, Keith. First thing I want to say is thank you to you, to Keith, and to every other veteran out there listening to my voice. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
You guys are true patriots. Unlike the majority of the senators sitting in Congress right now, and the congressmen too, and the congresswomen too. There are some patriots up there that have served this country, and they're trying to do the right thing. But to those that continue the hypocrisy, the only one thing I got to say to y'all, fuck you.
Fuck you. That was my message today. Fuck you. You
Okay.
bunch of turds. Hey, before we
That
get
means
into it now, let me send out a few thank yous. Let me send out a thank you to Michael Johnson, who came in with a $2 donation and said, fuck Trump. My flag used to mean more. It still does, brother. Make it mean what it's supposed to mean. And Deanne Cryer, thank you, baby, came in with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much for your help, baby. We appreciate it tremendously. And Michael Johnson came back with another $3, said, join the military and prove your patriotism. Fuck Trump. There's lots of ways that you could show it. Lots of ways you could show your patriotism. If you don't serve, that's fine. But honor those that do. 1%, baby, let me tell you that. No matter what time of fucking year, it's always. Go look. Google percentage of people in the military. It's 1% of our population that serves. At any time. That's it. 1%. That's who does it. So it's a very small minority. So they deserve. Uh-oh, what happened? Uh-oh, I lost Bernadette. She got whisked away. Bernadette,
It was not your fault.
It wasn't.
She's back.
Right now I have to say I'm not in the chat room in YouTube. I will get there as soon as I possibly can. I am multitasking. I'm actually in my kitchen about to put dinner in my Ninja Foodie.
Oh,
so,
you're playing with your Ninja Foodie again.
Yeah.
What are you making? What are you making?
I have a pork roast and some potatoes and, that kind of thing.
Go ahead.
So,
What time is dinner served?
as soon as it gets cooked, in about an hour. So.
You know what I had? chicken.
No, I don't.
I had chicken.
You had chicken?
I had chicken.
Yeah.
I had chicken.
It's a good thing.
Mm.
John, I almost had a Karen moment today. You know, Karens are
Damn
on
near
loose.
went off, huh?
Well, I thought about it before I opened my mouth. I had to go to the grocery store. I told you yesterday that my best friend for 18 years, I had to put her to sleep. And it's talking about my little cat Boo,
I know.
and
I know,
it ripped my heart out to do that. But I had to go to the grocery store and buy some cat food today for my other
I
cat.
bet that was hard.
And so while I was getting the food in the grocery cart, just had a moment. I was in the aisle by myself, and then a lady came down the aisle, and she saw me, and she asked me if I was okay. And I had my mask on, and I nodded to her, yeah, I'll be all right. And she came over to me, and she says, you need to take that off, because I was crying. I was crying and picking up the cat food and putting it in the cart.
You need to take that off.
That's exactly what she said to me. You need to take that off. And she said it twice. And I looked at her and I said, no, I don't need to take that off. And then she got offended. She got offended.
She got offended.
And yes, she got offended.
Hold on,
She
she's
stood
fixing to
back.
get a whole lot more offended.
Oh, well. She was very fortunate that she caught me in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So she got offended and she backed up and she said, oh, I'm sorry. I'll just go back to doing what I was doing. As if I was rejecting her concerns for me. And so she started walking away and she's making all this noise in the cat food aisle. And so I looked at her and through my mask, I said, excuse me, let me tell you what I've just experienced. I put my cat down 2 days ago, and I just happened to be buying some food and had a moment. And she turned around.
You didn't know her that much, baby.
No, I don't. You're right. You're right. She turned around, and she said, I am so sorry. And this broke the tension between us.
Good.
And she mentioned to me how she's had to put down animals before. And she came back over to me and she asked me, do you have anybody that you could talk to? Absolutely, I have my family. It's just the first time I'm buying cat food since I had to put my cat down. And so it caught me a little off guard. I said, would you like to see a picture of her? And then I showed her the picture that I posted in Discord of my cat. And we had a whole total different conversation after that. I broke her Karenicity, John.
Good.
I could have attacked her right there. Mind your own fucking business, Karen. Get the fuck out of my face.
I'm sorry, that probably would have been that probably would have been me.
I wasn't feeling that. I was having a moment for my loss and my cat. And she didn't really matter, but I did need to explain to her why probably one of the strongest women she ever met was fucking standing in the cat food aisle in the grocery store crying.
18 years she was with you, wasn't it?
18 years, John.
That's, you know.
But you know what? When the woman walked away from me, when she walked away from me, I had asked her what her name was. She told me.
Good.
She told me she was from Austria, had been living here in the area for a while. I gave her my name. She was totally a different person walking away from me than she was when she approached me.
If we could get past the political divides, the social ails that ail us, when especially when it comes to kids and your fur babies, we're all pretty much the same. It breaks our heart.
Isn't it interesting how just empathy to another person can just break the ice and warm people to each other? But some people don't want that.
Nope.
When she walked out the store, she turned around to me because we were in line together. And she says, I hope the rest of your day gets a lot better. I said, thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Bernadette, because that was the right thing to do.
A
That
beautiful
made,
Yeah.
moment.
that made both of you walk away better.
Yeah. I could have
Yeah.
went off on her, John.
No, you
I
did
didn't
the
feel
right
like
thing,
it.
baby.
I didn't feel like it.
You're a better woman than I am. And more than one way, by the way. I just pointing that out.
Well,
Uh,
yeah,
China,
that's
you're
just
a woman.
because
What?
I'm a woman and you're
Uh,
not. Anyway.
It broke my heart. Uh, things been a little tight, and people that know. My phone had been off for about a week, and wait on payday, shit. And so Wednesday morning, it came, and boom, I turned my phone on. The first person I texted was Bernadette, and I said, my phone's back on. And it was shortly after that Bernadette called and told me that, and my heart broke for you that morning, baby. I told Bernadette, my little dog Emma, who passed months and months and months and months ago, almost a year now, I guess, is still the profile picture of my Facebook page. I can't take it down. I can't take it down. So they stay in your heart forever. They don't just live here for a while. They'll be there for a long, long time. But it's hard to move past that. But you got other kitties,
Family
and
members.
there she goes again. Yes, they are family members. That's what our fur babies mean. Those dog, cat, I don't care what you got. If it's your pet, that's your baby, and you take care of it. And we're all lucky to have that kind of stuff in our life because it eases a lot of our pain. And
Yeah.
And the critters know a good person
yes, they
from
do.
their heart. They can feel it. They come to you. They know you're good.
There you go.
It was probably one of the most difficult things that I've ever done in my life, was to make that decision and
Yeah.
and hold her and be with her the whole time, throughout the whole thing. I was with her when she took her last breath, and it ripped my heart out of me.
It does because
yeah.
and as we were discussing, it's one thing when it's a natural passing and it's just sudden and you don't know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's a totally other thing when you have to make that decision yourself.
Yep.
When you know it's time and you can't watch the suffering anymore, and that decision has to be made. And so yeah, it just burns it even deeper. But we worked past it, and
Is anybody there?
hello, Gene. How are you doing?
Hi, Bernadette.
Hey, Jean. How you doing?
I'm all right.
About
Good.
trouble.
I'm sorry about your cat.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
Yeah, I've lost my cat too quite a while ago, but I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's
She,
hard.
she was an old lady, and what she was
Oh,
suffering through, I looked at her and I said, oh my goodness, that's going to be me here in a few years, you know. It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch, okay?
Well,
Yeah.
it's hard to be there when that happens. So,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
you know, you wouldn't want it any other way. You know, you wouldn't want to just forget it and, you know,
Nope.
ignore it. You know, that's not what life's about.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Life
you're
is
the only
about the
person I
love you
can hear.
enjoy when the life you enjoy when they're with you.
so I can't hear John or
You can't
anybody
hear
else.
me. She can't hear me, Bernadette.
I can hear you. I can hear her. That's interesting.
All right. Well,
That she
just,
can't hear you.
I'm going to step up. I don't know why that's happening to me. I have 20 more, about 20 days left of Facebook jail. Maybe it's 17, I forget.
well, that shouldn't do it.
So,
Well,
I got your beat
tell
on
her
that
I'm
one,
gonna
bro.
tell
I
her.
got your beat on that.
No, what it probably is the Discord setting that maybe when we're off air, we can take a look at and see if we can't get that fixed up for you.
well, I've tried everything. I've been monkeyed around. I cannot figure it out.
Okay.
So
I know
I
know a few
I can only
things.
send the blame.
Gene Starkey and I are both in Facebook jail. And we're
Well,
No, you.
Listen to y'all bragging,
Oh, yeah, I didn't know you were still in, dear.
bragging. that You're in Facebook jail.
Fat man, I
Good for
didn't
you.
know you were still in. I'm so sorry.
Catman, can you hear Gene?
But you're going to be out sometime tomorrow, right?
there he is.
Keith,
No, he can't hear
can
me.
you hear Gene, Keith?
Well, I'm going to let y'all go because I can't hear John at all.
Okay.
Well, it might be my settings, so I'm
It
gonna.
could be some Discord settings that we probably need to take a look at and see if we
Discord, it
can
does this
get
shit.
that worked out. Okay?
Well,
Yeah,
all
I
right.
don't hear Gene at all. I hear John and Bernadette.
That's odd. I can't hear John at all. I can hear you, Catman.
Well, tell Gene I send my love.
So, but I will say,
John
when I'm on-
sends his love.
when I'm on Facebook, I can hear him today, his volume on Facebook is really low.
Really?
Okay.
So,
I was screaming.
all right, I'll let you go. I'm going to.
All right. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you, Bernadette.
We appreciate you.
Thanks for being here.
I'm sorry she couldn't hear us.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
She's been having trouble for a while.
Well, we need to dig in her Discord settings and see what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been having Discord problems for a while. Miss you, Chick, are you with us?
I am. You all sound like a bunch of oldsters with bad hearing aids.
Yeah,
Or
that's
something.
right.
Hey, speak for yourself.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Speak up.
What did you say? What?
She said something about your mama. I don't know what it was.
I resemble that
Miss you,
remark.
Chick, thank you very much for that card, baby. I appreciate that.
You are most
tremendously.
definitely welcome.
Great. Just tremendously thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, John.
And that's what we're trying to be, baby. Patriots. One that loves their country with a devotion. And that's what this is.
Yep.
Somebody's got to do it because the Republicans damn sure ain't gonna. So they're all about the facade of it.
They have a different thing that they honor, and it's green. And so if it's a greenback and it's walking in their office, they'll honor the hell out of that shit. But to give people who have fought and died and sacrificed their health and their life, anything, any kind of restitution for the service that to this country.
Indeed.
John?
There's a chapter of Burn Pit. They call it Burn Pit 360, not far from my house, and it has been there forever. For as long as I can remember it, they've been fighting for this right, for this care, because there's so many of them that have been exposed to what we're talking about, burn pits. And in the military, especially if you're in a war zone, they burn fucking everything. I don't give a shit. It's human waste or it's fucking computers or whatever the fuck it is. It goes in there and gets burnt. You sit there and smell it all. All those toxic chemicals and shit. So yeah, it's a devastating. And I don't know who the other 24 are. I have to look up. I saw a story that listed, and I'm going to look. Because I want to know who the other pricks are that did this shit. After you
They need to be
before.
exposed.
After you voted for it before, now all of a sudden you're going to come by and say no. In the middle of the fucking night when you think nobody's watching. That's the bullshit of the Republican Party. Because they passed it before knowing damn well it's not going to be signed until it goes back down to the House, get reconciled, and come back to the Senate. So they wait for it to come back in the middle of the night and they deny it. That's who they are. That's who they always are.
I'll tell a story. Back when I served, we would take some of the local snakes, the little ones, and we would put them in the officers' latrine.
Hey.
And it's a wonderful thing to watch as they scramble out of there.
I'll tell you what. You know what the funniest thing on an aircraft is? When you're on a long-range aircraft, when you're going to be up in the air for a long, long time. There's a standard rule in the flight crew. First one to use that honey bucket empties that honey bucket. You know how when you're sitting on an airplane and there's like 10 guys sitting around and everybody's looking at everybody else wondering who the fuck's going to hit that bathroom first because somebody's going to. Everybody try to hold as long as they can until somebody gives up and says, okay, that's it. That's who's emptying it when we get there, so everybody else go in there and jump in. Anyway, it's, yeah. But there's more news today than just Republicans being assholes about the veterans. I think Liz Cheney was right when she said it looks like the dam is going to break. Holy shit. Did you see the lineup of who's talking now?
It's getting longer.
It's like Mike Pompeo. We got Manchin. I mean, not Manchin. Mnuchin. We got a whole list of them. Mick Mulvaney. He was chief of staff for a long time. He was one of the chiefs of staff. They changed him like underwear.
Yeah.
But he is also the one. He resigned on the night of the January 6th. He was ambassador to Ireland at the time. He was chief of staff for Donnie. And then when he left that position, Donnie gave him an ambassadorship to Ireland. And on January 6th, he resigned. Ask him, why the hell did you resign? And I want to thank Jean Prim, who couldn't get her voice. I couldn't hear my voice, but she said it had $10, and she said, I worked all day and have heard no news, but when we're done here, I'm going to find out what bill was passed in the shadows. It's not what they passed, Jean, it's what they failed to pass. Thank you very much, darling. I appreciate it tremendously. Yeah, that's the way that's Republicans all the way. Sneaky shit in the middle of the night that they can get away with. I'm telling you. It's enough to make you holler.
About CPI, John?
Huh? Oh,
what do you know about CPI?
CPI.
Have you ever heard of that?
CPI. If I have, refresh my memory.
Trying to remember.
CPI.
Conservative. Where's the stupid little name of it? It's in Washington. It's actually a Washington what do you call it? That all of the Republican, in particular the Trump Republicans, go to. There is a studio set up in there. Both Lauren Boebert, or whatever her name is, and the other wacko, the blonde wacko. Yeah. I don't even want to say her name.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, the cucumber lady.
They go there and tape their podcasts in between, whatever they're doing in what they're supposed to be doing on the Hill. And they also work out the strategies of what people are going to say for their political ads. Trump actually donated $1 million to them. This was, I think, shortly after January 6th.
He's donating money to him. He wants something out of them.
He does.
Yes,
and of course, there's at least six of the notorious January 6th people are part of it. The last summer they actually hosted a party called Hot Gulag Summer.
Hot Gulag Summer.
Yeah.
Sounds like...
at the townhouse. And they had, it was a